best in the world, eh?
Janji nak sahur apa ya? Despite rapid development and modernization, Terengganu still retains all her rustic charm and splendor that is second to none. Home to a diverse yet close-knitted society, I share a bond with them that none can deny. Love for their food.
You can't say you've experienced Terengganu until you've had their nasi dagang. It's so rampant here. That means competition is tight. So, although I'm not a morning person, I heard the nasi dagang here is too good that I gotta make an exception. And here I am at Warung Pak Mon Telur, where they have been serving the best of breakfast for the past 15 years. Because nowhere else in the world you want to have nasi dagang in the morning. Look at all this. I guess without further ado, let's do a bit of ordering. Back in the day, trading served as one of the main livelihoods for Terengganu. It was practical to pack along rice with fish curry, pickled cucumber, and carrots. Hence, nasi dagang. Check it out. It's a full-on nasi dagang slash pulut kuning. And then I have myself my ikan tongkol. I have some telur, pickled vegetables, and because I'm very greedy, a piece of chicken. I will see you in a mo. You know how Mama always says that breakfast is the most important meal of the day? Children in Terengganu sure know how to make their mothers proud. Just check out the number of people crowding the place at this hour.
Where's Razif?
Where's Razif?
Razif?
Huh? Dude! You're not supposed to eat before the shoot, man.
Oh. This isn't mine.
We're all there waiting for you.
Okay.
Look behind you.
Okay. Well, I can't wait to eat this. It looks amazing. Just the smell of it alone really, really gets to you. You know, it leaves an impression, a long-lasting one at the back of your nose. I got my pulut kuning and I got my nasi dagang. I'm just gonna mix it both and go straight for it. What a pick-me-up in the morning. I'm telling you, people come here right smack really early before work so they have a good hour to sit down and digest this lovely, lovely food. See, time waits for no man and nasi dagang waits for no time. This stuff sells out real fast. Did you know that this kakak sells about 300 packets of nasi dagang alone a day? Hang on, did I mention about this ikan tongkol and how fresh it is? I love it. Comes from the sardine family, but when you're eating it, the taste, texture, definitely the same. But it's got more bones than the sardine. From fresh fishies to freshly packed nasi lemak, there's more than meets the eye for a scrumptious variety of breakfast treats. But before all these happened, Warung Pak Mon Telur was actually started off by her father, who started off selling absolutely nothing else but half-boiled eggs. That's it.
Oh, maybe I'll have a bit of nasi goreng. Sorry, we don't have that. How about some roti canai? Sorry, we don't have that either. Well, what do you have?
Half-boiled eggs.
Okay, I'll have half-boiled eggs. Excellent choice, sir. Excellent choice.
Now she, the daughter, she learned how to make this nasi dagang from her mom. You know, she's so humble in the sense that everybody in town says, you gotta come here. It's really, really good. So I come here and she says, no, my stuff isn't the best of the best of the best. But I do know what makes a really good nasi dagang. And the fact is, the rice itself has to be really, really rich and full of santan. And two, that the kuah of the ikan tongkol has to be really, really thick and full of spices. And I tell you what, guys, hers full on. I am having a homemade nasi dagang in Kuala Terengganu right smack in the morning, like how everybody else here does. That and the humble beginnings, I call that best in the world.
Terengganu sure knows how to show you what they've got, from a local favorite to an iconic delicacy.
The next item on the menu is probably the icon of Terengganu. It's so famous, it's become a national tea time delicacy. But you can never find a better one anywhere else, because this is where it all began.
Some call them fish fritters, fish sausages, or fish sticks. But in Terengganu, we call them keropok leko. Nothing comes close to the original at Kak Yah Keropok Lesong right here at Kampong Losong.
This place, this entire stretch, and many other spots in all of Terengganu is dedicated to this one gem of this state, and that is the leko. See, this is something you can never, or is very difficult to find in KL, or anywhere else in the country for that matter, because it's so fishy thick and so floury thin that it's boiled. It's like a fish hot dog, but fresh. See, the first time I ate this was when I was like 12, 13 years old. I was at my aunt's house, somewhere in Kuala Terengganu, and she served me this, and I was like, no, it's sticky and gooey, I can't eat it, auntie, no. I will have some more, thank you. And ever since then, I can only find this when I'm ever here. If you haven't tried keropok leko rebus, you have to come down and try it. Kak, nak minta yang goreng ni boleh tak? The difference. You're talking about 5 ringgit for like 20 pieces. You can never get that in KL. Plus, it's like 90% fish.
Making these delightful fish hot dogs is pretty simple. You just need a whole lot of fish, a bit of sago, salt to taste, water, ice cubes, and pandan leaves. Then you mix it, roll it, boil it, cut it, fry it, and voila! Keropok leko.
So, the one thing you have to do in order to continue your Terengganu taste bud and let it ride with you is to come here, get some of these extra, and take it home. That, as a Terengganu experience, is best in the world.
I can sit here all day just digging into these lip-smacking lekors. I tell you, there's nothing like eating it right here. Absolutely nothing. And once you do, there's no turning back.
This is where coffee goes to heaven. Imagine a fish ball that's 100% fish.
It would be a sin if you came to Terengganu and not take a pit stop at one of their most famous, raved about wake-me-ups at any time of the day.
If you are a coffee lover driving through the East Coast, you have to stop at Hai Ping Kopitiam in Chukai Town for your coffee tax. Failing which, there will be a severe penalty. You are a loser! But at least you'll feel like a winner knowing that you can pay less than 5 ringgit for an amazing cup of coffee.
Hai Ping Kopitiam has been established since 3 generations ago. It is a legacy of time-honored family tradition that is still lovingly prepared, perfected, and preserved for your palate's pleasure.
She sells seashells by the Hai Ping, but the seashell she sells by the Hai Ping was not the same coffee that I saw when I was drinking coffee by the Hai Ping at the Hai Ping. Does that make any sense to you? Well, it should, because Hai Ping actually means seashore. This is where the old school meets the new school. And there's no school better than the old school coffee. Oh, refreshing, kicks you, perks you up. Word is they use the best coffee beans in town, and you can definitely taste it. It's also in their mixture and how they cook it, you know, which is accidentally Italiano. Kampong boy roasting style meets Italiano timing. Perfecto.
It is never right to enjoy the reaping without the sowing. So I'm taking a trip down Valley Bean, where...
This is where coffee goes to heaven. Or at least it's smelling like heaven right now.
And here's the Hai Ping way to coffee perfecto. You bring some coffee beans into the roaster, where it goes round and round, up and down, hot and smoky, and then it flows out to the spinning basin to cool.
Yo man, I'm a cool cat. I'm a cool cat coffee, I'm a merry-go-round.
After the cooling process, off it goes to cook with other ingredients like margarine, salt, and secrets that make it what it is. And when it's out, you gotta dry it and make sure the beans don't stick together. It all ends with a grinding before entering your cup for that delightful sip.
I understand now why people keep coming for the coffee fix right over here. And you know what? You can only get it here because Hai Ping at Hai Ping is only found in Chukai. And the best part is, they got food too. Yeah! Traditionally, the best thing for you to do is to have a cup of coffee together with some telur setengah masak or half-boiled egg, right? And then you mix it up. Take your first sip. Ah, perfecto. And you grab yourself some really nice bread with kaya. Sweet! And you just mix it up. So you get that savory taste with that sweet taste. And then, just have a bit of your coffee. Ah, beautiful. Now, let's go to the new school. It's a peanut butter banana sandwich. I love it. The only thing is, it's really hard to open your mouth to speak after that because the peanut butter is so thick, it just keeps your mouth full. That is beautiful. It's all homemade bread with homemade coffee. And if you think that's enough, it's not. They even came up with their own ice blended stuff. Oh, I've had many ice blended stuff. Most times, when you're drinking ice blended coffee with a bit of cocoa, it's usually some of that powdered stuff that you can get anywhere, right? This, you can tell, is real chocolate beans. Rawest, darkest, blended, put in the drink, mixed with your coffee, best of the best. Guys, look at this evolution. You got your old school stuff, and when it meets new school, it becomes like this. That is brilliant. That is family heritage right there. Still retain the same, just a bit more modern. It was done by Valley Beans, now in the hyping. Go ahead, give it a try because you have to get a taste of what this little town that specializes in coffee has to offer. Best in the world, dude. Best in the world.
The coffee was so good that I'm wide awake, which only means one thing, more food! Oh, by the way guys, if you're craving for this cup of coffee right now, head down to Sukiang, the birth child of Hai Ping, for the delight of Kuala Lumpur. But for now, I'm gonna take a stroll for something different.
If you've been watching all the old P. Ramlee movies, you would definitely know a man named Aziz Sattar. But I'm not talking about this Aziz who's famous for his acting. I'm talking about this Aziz who's famous for his sattar.
Encik Aziz got this business from his parents, who once had their whole family depending on sattar and otak-otak as their main income. Today, he is exporting it to countries like Japan and Turkey. Talk about making your parents proud.
Assalamualaikum Pak Aziz.
Waalaikumsalam.
Khabar?
Baik, Alhamdulillah.
Lawa topi Pak Aziz.
Bolehlah cara kampung, cara tradisi orang nelayan.
Kita nak cerita sikit pasal sattar dan otak-otak ni lah.
Okey.
Sattar ni dia pakai ikan apa?
Biasa kita buat ikan param campur dengan ikan kunyit. Ikan yang laut juga, bubu ikan bubu.
Oh, ikan bubu.
Otak-otak kita buat ikan tenggiri lah. Sattar otak-otak di Kuala Kemaman ni banyak. Tapi lain warung, lain rasanya. Yang utama saya di warung saya ni, ikan betul-betul fresh. Kita tak mau masuk freezer. Naik dari laut, kita siam-siam, kita proses lalu.
Alright guys, this is it. It's time to eat. I will see you later.
Looks like everyone here has licked their fingers dry. I'm sure my order will come in a jiffy.
Ta-da! As the Terengganu people would say, makan selalu. This is your sattar. This is your otak-otak. And this is your pulut jantung. That's what I'm talking about. But before that, let me introduce to you Teh Dangdut. Enough of that. Back to the satarisms. Look at this packaging. Pretty, isn't it? It's a little triangle, which you have to open up from the bottom. It's quite a delicate process. Ta-da! And you got yourself a lovely little present. Imagine a fish ball that's 100% fish. None of that tepung nonsense. It's sweet, and then you get that little charry taste. It's amazing. Now, here's another great part about it. If you're lucky, you get a full-on chili padi. Wait. See? There you go. Comes with a bit of chili padi. And when you eat that, absolute game changer. No sauce, no nothing. Just whack it like that. Next. I feel like a brain surgeon opening an otak-otak.
Oi, gotta love that paste.
That's very special sambal that they use. But look at this. It's actually a piece of fish. And you're eating pure fish. There is no flour, there is no coloring, there's no nothing. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's absolutely amazing. If you don't come to Terengganu and eat this, then it's a shame. All the monkeys know your name, and all the fishes, they don't get in your belly. Next, I'm going for my oh my goodness, I've broken it. I've broken my heart. You've broken my heart. This stuff, it's a beautiful lemang, all that pulut all wrapped up, and inside they have serunding ikan, some fish paste. So guys, it's lovely to have this for an evening snack, but I'm thinking I want to have something extra. I feel like something hot and spicy and just slightly different. I think it's time for an RRR. A nice, lovely coconut with some tom yum inside. Wow! Oh, that smells fresh, man. Oh my goodness, if you can see what I'm seeing right now, you've got your standard tom yum operating procedures, and then suddenly all this stuff that's been scraped from the side has just fallen in. As the old saying goes over here, dimulakan dengan bismillah, diteruskan dengan hulanga. Sedapnya benda ni, bang. Dan disudahi dengan alhamdulillah.
Whoever thought of tom yum in a coconut? Genius! 3 reasons why you have to be here. 1. It hails from a tradition way back in the 40s and 50s. 2. The family income was based solely on selling sata, so they must have done something right. And 3. It's a wholesome family kampong experience that you would not want to miss.
Best in the world.
That's good.
I would like to have some crab, but I don't want this funny business of having to peel.
Something must have gone right. Terengganu sure boasts with its beautiful beaches, but for me, where there's sea, there's seafood. Located on Jalan Sulaiman in Chukai,
They're so good, the district council gave them their own signage.
just like how you must have keropok leko in Kampung Losong, you gotta have stuffed crab at Restaurant Tok Juan. Imagine having a mouthful of crab meat without needing to hammer a crab. Brilliant!
Restoran ini dibuka oleh papa saya lah pada 1971. Speciality itu stuffed crab lah.
Apa secret recipe you ke?
Secret recipe stuffed crab lah.
Ha? Stuffed crab? Recipe dia secret lah? You tak boleh cakap lah? Ayah.
Cakap boleh. Family datang, normally dia order mesti stuffed crab memang ada lah. Lepas tu ikan ada, udang ada, sotong semua ada lah, seafood lah.
So, Uncle boleh kata your father is the inventor of stuffed crab?
Can say so. Sir.
Paman?
Yeah,
In the world?
cannot.
You may not think so, Uncle. So let me be the judge of that. And I'm gonna do it right now.
If you look at what's in front of me, you're probably jealous. Well, you better be, because this stuff is... Check out this beautiful, beautiful crab. You know it's been deep fried. It smells batterlicious. Let's poke into it. Let's see if we can get some steam rising up from the... Oh, look at that. Look at that. It's got some carrot bits in it. It's definitely got some egg, you can tell. It's got some chives in there, some onions. Let's give it a bit of a taste. Oh, you know the effort you have to go through to just peel into a crab in order to get some good meat. Too beautiful, man. Look at this. This is pure crab meat, and it's fresh crab.
They've also whipped up the perfect companion for the crabs, chili. This is not your regular chili sauce. It's sour and spicy, infused with garlic and a hint of tomatoes. It really adds magic to the crabs.
Okay, next.
You know how prawns usually, come in a C shape, right? These guys have beaten it to discipline, and now it's standing at attention. The only other thing that stands like this is a male chicken. Oh, look at that. Break the head. Oh. Start off with the head and try to peel some stuff off. Super grill.
super grill with garlic sauce on it. And they don't overdo it, so it's still juicy. It's so good, you want to gnaw it off the stick.
Okay, time for the fish.
Steamed fish and soy sauce, that is. One thing I love about fish, especially this sort of fish, is the sauce. I love that. Soy, sesame, bit of, I don't know what they do with it, sauce. Fantastic. Now let's go for the fish itself. Can you actually see how white this is? I mean, come on, you live by the sea. You definitely get fresh fish. There we go. Take a hunk of chunk of fish. As much as I adore fish, I want to get back to my friends with claws. I'm still very terribly intrigued by this though. It is really awesome. You poke into this guy right here, and because it's fried all over, it actually retains the heat, so it stays warm for quite a while. See, here's the amazing bit, guys. Mr. Tong Juan, who is Mr. Chu's father, created this in what, 50s, 60s, 70s, 40s or something like that. The reason he did that was because he was a chef for the British expatriates, you know what I mean? He came up with this lovely, lovely stuffed crab. And you know the Brits, I would like to have some crab, but I don't want this funny business of having to peel. So that's what he did. Peeled it up for them, stuffed it back in the crab, and lo and behold, this was the next best dish. Right guys, what's the time now?
7:15.
7:50. This place opens at 6 p.m. It's only been 1.5 hours. Well, at 1 hour and 15 minutes. And this place is packed. It's got so many people. People are even sitting behind you. You can't see them. But I'll tell you, they're there. You take my word for it. Because there's so many people here, something must have gone right. That's why you gotta take a right when you come into Kemaman just to taste this. Because if you don't, you'll be sorry. You'll be sorry. So the Westerners have their stuffed turkey, but we Asians, we have stuffed crab. And I am a stuffed man. Endowed with unmatched natural beauty of a hidden paradise, friendly people with exuberance, warmth, and grace, rapturous generations of cultural and traditional heritage, and most importantly, delicacies that can never be found better elsewhere. Terengganu is indeed a very blessed state.
Selamat Hari Raya!
I was trained by the wolves to crack open this tababong taste in your mouth.
Same, but different.
Jamming with Elvis.
He's a Jedi.